Hey guys, we're live. No, not really. This is this is on YouTube. This is a DSLR. I've been getting a lot of questions from people about how to stream, what tips I can give them for streaming, so I decided to put together a video about 5 tips that you need to stream. There are really 5 principles that will help you stream throughout your career. There are principles that will help you become a better streamer, a better content creator, and allow you to know if this is the kind of thing that you want to get into, because there's a lot of attributes as an individual that you need to take into the space that will help you grow as a channel and help you provide the best content that you can. So here are 5 tips that will help you do what you need to do. The first one is to just do it, and I know that sounds super obvious, but just bear with me. A lot of my friends who want to get into streaming have a lot of excuses. They want it in their heads, but the jump to just doing it is blocked away by a whole bunch of hurdles that they've put up. Like, oh, I don't have the right gear, I don't have the right audience, I don't want to stream to 0 people. There's always something that's stopping them from actually doing it. They think that by overcoming one of these problems, they're going to be ready for streaming. In fact, that's not how things work. You just gotta do it. It's like Google with Gmail. When Google introduced Gmail, it was far from complete, but they made it very clear that it's supposed to be an iterative product. That way they can mold and shape the product as people used it and how people used it, instead of making what they think is a final product and people just didn't take to it. Same thing with your channel. You might think that you've got certain skills that people want, but maybe there's something that you can deliver that you don't even know that you have yet, and your audience feedback will help provide that for you. And see channels as an iterative thing. If you don't have a webcam, you can add that later. Don't worry, people need to hear your voice. If you don't have the best microphone, don't worry, you can add that later. Get used to the process first, get used to the mediums first, and then you can build yourself up. Get rid of any excuses and just do it. The second thing is to get tech savvy. It's a very technical process building up a stream. Right now, I will take you guys on a desk tour or office tour at some stage when I've neatened up the cables. Everything is a complete mess. But you guys have seen my setup from the other cam when I stream. I have 2 computers, I've got like a console, sometimes I stream with the Apple TV when I draw. There's a lot of things happening. And the more tech savvy you are, the more problems you can solve, and the more things you can actually do in your stream. If you don't like tech stuff and it's frustrating and you don't have somebody that can help you do it, it's a very painful process, because sometimes you're live streaming and all of a sudden your bitrate drops. And if you don't love problem solving, it's gonna be frustrating to do. So if you love streaming, get used to problem solving, get used to getting tech savvy, and those rewards are very important. I'll tell you a little secret. If it's hard to do something on a live stream and you manage to do it, that's a unique reason why people will come to your channel. If you can get like graphics onto your screen, I like using graphics on my screen. I like making impressive looking packages. I don't like dead air. And I think I've got a good way of solving those problems in a stream that a lot of people don't have. And that's why I'm really proud of my Twitch channel and things that we're gonna be doing going forward. Multicam Let's Plays, like bringing the community in and playing together with sponsors, which is really exciting. It's those little unique things that we do set us apart. And number 3, talking about setting us apart, is find your contribution. Find the thing that you can do that no one else is doing, or at least that you are extremely good at. Again, like I said in a previous point, that might not be the thing that you think is good to do. That might be the thing that somebody else points out to you and lets you know. A good example in my life, and this is gonna be a little bit opening up to you, is that I used to be in a punk band in high school, but I couldn't sing. And I know in punk, it's not really important that if you can sing or not, but my mom pointed out to me, she was very realistic, and she said, yo, Grant, you can't sing. But we made one song inspired by Linkin Park with a bit of a rap verse. And I did that live. My parents came to the gig. We did all these like church gigs and community center gigs when I was in high school. And my mom was like, you can't sing, but have you considered rapping? And I always used to listen to rap music when I was in junior school. I listened to No Way Out by Puff Daddy. I was introduced to The Roots and A Tribe Called Quest with the Men in Black album, and that's how I got into that kind of hip hop. But when I went to high school, I kind of ditched it for punk rock, and I really wanted to become like a punk singer. And my mom was like, hey, maybe you should get back into rapping. That changed my way I focused on my music. I ended up rapping, and we had 3 EPs made with some really big musicians in Cape Town. DJ Fresh played one of our songs on 5FM. Big time for me at high school to be a part of that and participate in that. It all came from somebody identifying something in me that I never knew was there, by somebody I trusted. And if you've got a close group of friends and you are humble enough to understand that their opinion of you is valuable because you respect them, remember that's important, don't listen to trolls, listen to people that you respect, you can build yourself up into something that you never knew that you were. That's why encouragement is so important. That's why I believe in encouraging encouraging people. If you see something in somebody that is valuable, tell them. I'm not talking about like seeing a beautiful girl in the street and going, hey, you're pretty, or you would be great if you smiled a lot, because that's like that's really bad. I'm talking about like, hey, you're very talented in something. You might see somebody at work who's great at photography, but they might be into copywriting. Push them to say, hey, you're great at photography. I really like what you're doing there. They might have this passion for it, but they might not think that they're good at it. Find those people to tell that stuff to you, and you can present something very unique for your stream. Number 4, don't worry about the views. The views don't matter, guys. I can't express this enough. At the end of the day, yes, you want to have a huge audience, but at the beginning, that's one of the most disheartening things, is going live and 2 or 3 people are watching. I have a bunch of friends who are streamers now. They work for a couple of companies and they stream part-time. They do it as a hobby, which is a great way to start, because that's how you sharpen your teeth and you learn, you trip and fall and start that iterative process, because you learn how the gear works. They aren't worrying about the views, because if they did, they would stop streaming. They literally are 1 in a million people that have just switched on their PlayStation or switched on their PC, worked out how OBS works, and are pushing it out there. Focus at the beginning on making a really good production. People will come and watch you if you are entertaining, if you have found your contribution, if the technology that you've got and you are tech savvy has produced a really fine production, people will be there. If there's no frame drops, if it's just rolling, people will come and hang out with you. Last thing on that point is that even the biggest streamers have days where the views are low. And if you were worried about the views to begin with, that's it. You're gonna be disheartened. You're not gonna continue producing. Keep your motivation up. Keep your spirits high. Feed off the people that are there. If you've got 10 people that watch and they're amazing people, like, that's the most important thing. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time doing it. If you don't, it's really not worth doing. And lastly, number 5, give real support to other streamers. Put your back behind helping other streamers who also feel like they might be talking to a vacuum. We talk about streaming communities as a space that it's between us. It's a vertical relationship between us and our viewers, like in a vertical pillar. But the community is actually a 360 thing. It's horizontal and vertical, because you've got other streamers as well that are talking to their audience, and that community that they speak to is also your community. That your viewers might jump between different streamers, or they will go and help support other streamers. That's a very important thing to understand, that you guys are a unit. So when a couple of streamers get together and stream together, the communities are getting together and they're being a part of each other. Or if you guys meet up, like Pac and I met up for coffee one day and we vlogged it, that is a cool way to include some of Pac's audience and my audience and my audience into Pac's audience, and introduce people to who this other content creator is, because the community is all around us. It's not just when you switch on whoever's jumping into the chat bot like on YouTube or Twitch. It's everybody, and that's important to know. You are not alone in your plight to stream. There are other people that are streaming. There are other people that have got like 3 viewers that need you. Going from 3 viewers to 4 viewers is a big deal. It makes a big difference to that streamer who's watching. And if you can jump in and participate in that community and participate with that streamer, that would mean the world to them and to you. And then the other thing is you can raid each other. On Twitch it's integrated, so if you type /raid space, the name of the channel, at the end of your stream, all your viewers opt in to jump to a new channel, which is exciting. If you've got like 3 or 4 viewers and they've got 3 or 4 viewers, you doubled their like viewership. And they have like a potential extra couple of viewers that will grow with them and grow with them as a community. And if that person really appreciates what you've done, they will reciprocate and raid your stream, which is fantastic. And you guys will grow together, and that helps build the community. As one gets stronger, the other one gets stronger as well, and that's extremely important. So that wraps it up. Those are the 5 tips that I got for you guys. I know they're not very technical and specific. I know a lot of people have been asking as well for technical tips. There are a lot of really good YouTube channels out there that are helping people with very nitty-gritty technical stuff, and everybody's got a unique problem, right, with their machine. And I thought that I would rather give tips that helped me in general. These aren't just for streaming, they're also just for content creation in general and just self-realization. I think a lot of people go into content creation with the wrong motivation. They just think that it's a quick fix to fame. It's not. I don't think we're gonna have huge superstars in YouTube and content creation like we did in the past. I think it's more we speak to our communities, and our communities really appreciate who we are and what we have to contribute. Content creators aren't just famous for the sake of being famous. They generally have something of value to give to their audience. Even if you don't understand what that is, it's worth looking at. Even people that you might think that, like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they have something that they are contributing to their community, whether that be light entertainment. They can define it for you. Just because some people don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not there. You gotta find what you are good at and what your contribution is. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you found insightful, that I help encourage you guys. Am I helping build what's happening in the local scene? I really want to. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the sponsors in in the description below, guys. That keeps my channel afloat. Both my Twitch and my YouTube channel are covered by these sponsors who do some amazing work for the gaming industry. SteelSeries, who have provided me with a ton of gear. I've got some videos on their products. If you guys want to be a part of the larger community at whole, I have something called Squad Damage. We live stream together every Friday, and you can join the Discord. If you've bought either a SteelSeries product, Gigabyte product, bought anything from luke.co.za, and then you get an attribute on the Discord. You get like a badge, you know what I'm saying? Your name just goes yellow. But it gives you access to certain rooms that other people don't have, and then we get to play games together on Friday nights during the live stream. So if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure that you check out the links in the description below. Tune in on Twitch. I'm very excited about it. I think it's a very cool initiative, and it'd be cool to hang out with you guys. I'll see you guys in another video. High five, stranger. Cheers.